actually said to me, take as long as you like. So I've prepared about 76 slides, an hour or two, but we'll get to the panel eventually. So, actually, I did just want to spend a few minutes just sharing a few of the updates on Dolby Atmos, because obviously we're going to be talking about immersive audio. But a lot of this is really about how customers are experiencing this today. So, for a Dolby side, we're talking a lot about music today, at the moment. So I did just want to show a few of those examples, because I think those are probably a lot of the things that you've heard us talk about. And then I'll go on some of the more relevant things for us today. But there's a lot of cars now launching with Dolby Atmos. And actually, it's one of the things I like talking about, because actually, as somebody who's wired up a hell of a lot of home theatre systems, I like the idea that actually in just a few years' time, there's probably going to be more large speaker count Dolby Atmos systems in cars than there will be in homes. So just that idea of, many car companies already sell on the idea of premium audio experiences driving an upsell in the model that you're in. And so actually we're just seeing things like there's Mercedes on the left. Actually interesting because it's got a screen in there specifically for AV entertainment for the passenger. And then on the right, the Volvo EX90, which actually I like because they've put speakers in the headrests to really bring the immersive sound into being close to each passenger. And then the JBL boombox in the middle, all these driven by music, mainly because it looks good and I didn't actually know that was a category anymore, so I thought I'd leave that one. But when we look at actually more broadcast live sports use cases, then we're actually seeing a whole new ways of experiencing immersive audio being driven by things that are much more relevant to us today. Sky Glass has, I think, 6 speakers in there, including ones that point upwards to drive a Dolby Atmos experience. So it's that combination of TV viewing directly and Dolby Atmos directly in the device. And actually all these three that I've randomly picked on the right are actually set-top boxes. We're seeing a growth in a new category that's sort of the integrated soundbar set-top box, where operators are actually driving more revenue by recurring revenue streams of actually saying it's not just a set-top box anymore, but because this device they want to sit just under the TV, it's like if we have the soundbar capability, not only do they get a Dolby Atmos experience, but it puts the set-top box back in the middle of the room, rather than tucked away in a cupboard somewhere. So the top one's more what we call the sound box, which is more of a sort of compact package. And then the other two are really much more in that traditional soundbar package. The LG one, again, has speakers pointing up to help really enhance the Dolby Atmos sound. So, I did just want to talk about one new area that we've seen coming in, and it actually was announced at IFA, so just a couple of months ago, or even a month ago. And this is the thing we call Dolby Atmos Flex Connect. And this is really, again, driven at TV viewing, so sports viewing, episodic viewing. And the idea of Dolby Atmos Flex Connect is in the bottom right, you see a little speaker. And this is a wireless speaker that's sold as an add-on to the TV. So this is going to come in 2024 from TCL, the first product. But the idea is really fulfilling that product of the flexibility of what object audio and Dolby Atmos should bring, is that you can just buy a TV that supports Dolby Atmos, and then you can add on speakers that will wirelessly connect, and you can have one, and you can put it anywhere in the room, you can buy a second one, put it anywhere else in the room, and it's really about saying, we'll take advantage of whatever speakers there are, so it'll still use the speakers in the TV, it'll use these add-on speakers, but they don't have to be like a pair behind you like a surround sound system did. They can just be placed anywhere randomly in the room, and the system will adapt to bring that. So that's something that's going to come in 2024, but again, really in that primary living room sort of viewing and listening experience. And so, for my final slide, so not my 76th, it doesn't even want to let me have it. There we go. I did just want to refresh our memory on a few of the services that are delivering lots of Dolby Atmos content today. Of course, in the UK, we've got TNT Sports and Sky Sports delivering literally hundreds of Dolby Atmos productions each year. But we've seen a lot of growth in other regional services across Europe. A lot driven by things like the World Cup, launching, taking those host feeds that were done in immersive audio, and delivering those as Dolby Atmos to consumers, but also things like Sky Sports in Germany now doing the top game from the Bundesliga every week. So we're seeing more and more content being produced, and really that's now starting to get out to consumers. But that's the end of my presentation session, but I'm sure there'll be some questions we can take as part of the panel.